Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another enlisted video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and it'll improve your skill-based matchmaking. Gameplay you're going to be looking at here today is mostly focused on the Moscow campaign. I got one here on Monastery and then I got another one on Voshkod Settlement, mostly because I didn't have any gameplay of that map on the channel yet and I just want to upload some of that, but neither here nor there. What I got for you guys today is some more news about what's going to be included in the next big Enlisted update, and yeah man, you're going to love it. They're just packing this game full of quality of life features and some like gameplay improvements. It's just a lot to go over, and like it's like every day they're uploading something new, and I just love it. It's great. It's good stuff. It's like the future of this game is looking bright. So let's go ahead and get into the news. So starting off with the first piece of information, I did want to add a little footnote that this is only applying to console players, but they have increased the killing power of aircraft rounds that are filled with explosives. So basically that means that when you are dogfighting somebody in the air, it'll be easier to shoot them down overall. And as a console player, I can say that I personally agree with this change. I used to use airplanes a lot, and in my personal experience, I find that you could shoot somebody with the entire capacity of like all your machine gun bullets or cannon bullets in the back of a bomber or whoever trying to shoot somebody down, and they would still be flying by the time you emptied your entire magazine. You would basically have to fly back to the base, then fly out again and try and shoot them again, which in itself it makes it not worth it, and you were better off just crashing your plane into the ground and building a AAA turret to try and shoot them down from the ground that way. So yeah, if they're making the dogfights go by faster, I can totally agree with that. I might consider using planes more, because I typically don't use them at all anymore, even if they're in my loadout, which they have to be, unfortunately. Are you one of the players out there who are constantly on top of the leaderboards, killing everybody and everything, placing all the rally points, but feel like you're never getting recognized or rewarded for your accomplishments or how much you help the team in battle? Well, fear no longer, because in this next Enlisted update, they're finally introducing ranks into the game. 20 of them to be precise. So according to this article, we're going to be able to rank up generally speaking by achieving rating points in battle. Unfortunately, they don't really go on to explain what a rating point is, so I kind of just chalk it up to being really good at the game or just doing good in general. They also go on to say that up until a sergeant, it'll be pretty easy to climb the ranks. You can kind of do it just by playing the game and winning in general. But after that, you will start to get demoted for one, leaving the game, and two, for losing. So basically the incentive to win will actually be there. And I like that, because sometimes I kind of felt like I was playing for no reason, but I feel like generally speaking, I feel like there's a lot of players out there who don't necessarily play to win or play to try their best to contribute to the team any way they can, especially when there's people who are like leaving for no reason in the middle of the game. So that was kind of annoying. I feel like they're addressing that here with this ranking system, so we'll see what else they do with that. They also go on to say that at the start of each new season, whatever rank you currently are, you will get like demoted. So let's say you were like a lieutenant, you will basically go back down to sergeant at the beginning of a new season, for lack of better words. So the incentive to basically never quit and do as good as you can to get your rank as high as possible will definitely be there. They say it won't necessarily affect your gameplay right now, but they also conversely, they go on to say that whoever reaches the highest rank of marshal will receive an award. So does it affect the gameplay, or does it not affect the gameplay, or are we just getting rewards for how high we rank? I'm not really sure, but I will say that so far looking at it, it kind of reminds me of like Apex Legends and like Halo, in the simple fact that like if you rank super high, no matter where you are, you're going to get demoted at the beginning of another season. So it's basically like, oh, are you still good at the game, or did you get worse, or did you get better? Basically you'll be reset and you'll basically have to see how you're progressing. I like that. I'm not mad at it at all. Another thing, the reason it reminds me of Halo is because it seems like you're constantly going up and down once you get past sergeant. So it's like, yeah, anybody can reach level 20, but like in order to reach level 50, you gotta really be good at the game and constantly be winning and doing good. So I feel like the incentive to play with the party will also be there, which could be good or bad for the game. I mean, it's always good to squad up and find friends in general, but at the same time, if you're a solo player and you're trying to improve your rank, I feel like it could be a little bit more challenging, or conversely at the same time, you know, people in general could feel like they're more incentivized to do as good as they possibly can because everybody wants to have a high rank and show off to their friends, or, you know, just show off to players in general, like, hey, look how good at the game I am. I like it just in general because I feel like I'm really good at the game. So if other people can see that too, just by looking at my profile or whatever, that's always good. Just another way to show off and like feel like you're playing for a reason, or, you know, there's something to play for. I'm not mad at it at all. And it doesn't seem like there's any like, oh, I'm paying to be better at the game or any. Well, maybe there is paying to be better at the game. So like somebody who's paying to get all the extra equipment will obviously be doing better than somebody who's running only bolt action rifles. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the fact that there's a ranking system, generally speaking, though. Following that up with some more big news, you guys will probably be delighted to know that we are getting some new mechanics and we are getting some new grenade types in the game, specifically impact grenades, which is always cool to add in the game. So yeah, I didn't even know these were like really a thing in World War II. I thought Call of Duty was just like exaggerating or boosting, for lack of better words. But yeah, man, apparently we are getting impact grenades in Enlisted, which means they were actually a thing in World War II, and people probably, well, I don't know if they used them often, but they were obviously used. Unfortunately, we are only getting them for the Normandy and the Tunisia campaign, so you're only going to be seeing them on Americans, British, and German infantry. Well, I guess Italians too, if you want to count them, but they're more of like a subsidiary, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, obviously, they're, you know, impact grenades are cool because the advantages of them is that you can hold it for as long as you want. You can throw it instantly. You can't throw it back because it explodes on, you know, contact with whatever it makes contact with. And yeah, it's just a really good alternative to you know, having to use a hand grenade or an explosive pack. I assume the trade-off is going to be that you probably can't throw it as far as a hand grenade. And I would also assume that the explosive radius probably won't be as large, but nevertheless, the simple fact that it explodes on contact, you know, is a really big advantage in itself. So I'm sure lots of people are going to be using that. As far as new mechanics go, we're finally going to get a way to manage the stamina of our soldier, you know, aside from using a perk that allows us to have more stamina in general. And by that, I mean we're going to get the ability to drink water, something that a lot of you guys probably need to do in real life. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Don't get mad at me. Don't dislike the video. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be getting flask. It's just gonna be another spot in our inventory. They're adding another slot. You can just add it to your soldier. I'm sure you're gonna have to buy it with bronze orders. I mean, it's cool. The only other time that I've seen something like this be like implemented in a game is in Postscriptum. I think it might be, I don't think they have a water drinking system in Squad, but I definitely saw it in Postscriptum. The reason it's beneficial is because if you're trying to go on like a super wide flank and you run out of stamina, you can basically just pop the water, drink some of that, and it'll refill it really quickly. The flask, or you know, when you equip a water bottle to your soldier, is only going to give you enough water to replenish your stamina bar one time. So it's not like you can just, you know, use it back to back and never run out of stamina and just run around the map forever. So it's not going to be overpowered. But yeah, that's cool. If you're ever in a spot where you need to refill your stamina, if you're doing a super wide flank, I feel like that's the only time it will be useful. But nevertheless, it's really cool, and it's a nice realistic mechanic to add to a game. And yeah, just a reminder to drink water in real life. Everybody should do it. Last piece of information that we are getting in this article, and subsequently probably the least impactful piece of information that we are getting in this article, is that we will now be able to use binoculars on the battlefield. And I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it. It's cool. I see it in other games, and I only see it with the squad leader. But yeah, you can tactically observe the battlefield. Basically just see super far away to spot a sniper or plan what you want to do before you do it. That's pretty much it for the update. If you enjoyed or found it informative, feel free to like and subscribe, or if you enjoyed the gameplay. Other than that, I appreciate you for watching. Black Guy out.